Hi everyone, Marika here with another video for Create a Smile stamps. Today I'm going to do a blended galaxy background. But first we're gonna do the coloring. So today I'm using this Create a Smile stamp set called Beast Feast. And I chose a very furry, very cute little monster that I'm coloring. And I'm using some BGs for his fur and some YGs for the rest of the clothing. I'm starting off by trying to figure out where I want all of those little kind of strands, the flicks, because what I'm doing is I'm flicking out these little teeny tiny strands. The tip to get really good flicks is practice, but also try holding your pen so it's almost directly straight up, because the straighter you hold your pen, the thinner lines you more easily get. If you angle your pen, you will get a thicker line. And also have a very, very light hand. So first I went over with all my colors and did all of the flicking. Finish off with a layer of the lightest color to kind of fill in where everything is white. And this was also toned down a lot of those hair strands. For my second layer, I'm going first in with my darkest colors to add some shading. Shaded around where I wanted to kind of give a little bit more dimension. Around the eyes, a little line underneath or over his mouth, so it looks like he's having an underbite. And then also a little bit around his scarf, so it looks like it's kind of pushing on him. Then I'm just adding some more of those flicks and kind of blending out a little bit of the shading, just to give him a little bit more kind of depth and dimension. I'm going in with my B60s, the 63 and 60, to just do small shading on the teeth and the eyes to give them a little bit of dimension. And then is the YG colors. I wanted a kind of a deep green for the deepest shadow, so I actually went with a plain green, the G19 for that. And then I'm just blending that out with the YGs. All of the pens that I've used, you can also both see them on the screen, but they also will be listed in the description down below and on my blog. To finish off these this little kind of details, I'm doing a little bit of a dotted detail with teeny tiny dots, again having your pen going straight up from your paper, that those dots will be easier to make small. And I'm doing this to make it look like they are a little bit fussy, not over the top fussy, just a little bit fussy. It feels kind of a little bit warmer. To finish it off, I'm cutting him out with my scissors, and I am moving the paper and not the scissors. This actually do help with getting a good cut. To finish this off, I'm gonna make a card base, because now we're coming to my blended technique, and I cut it at 4.5 and 7, and then I scored it at 3.5. This is to make a little bit of a smaller card base. I'm going to use some masking paper because we are going to mask that circle off. I'm just using a plain circle die. You can use any kind of circle die that you have. I have a stitched circle die. That's basically the only circle I have, so that is what I'm using. I'm putting it through my cutting machine, and then I pull the backside off and adding the mask to my card. I'm also adding that extra little bit of tape just because I really don't want to blend on top of the rest of the card base. I just want to let the color go into that little circle. So I'm using some twisted citron and some peacock feathers. These colors actually match pretty good with the colors I used in my little monster. And then I'm also using a bit of the Wilted violet, or quite a lot of the Wilted violet actually, for my little space or galaxy background. Is very simple and very quick background. I'm just using the blending. This is the Oxide inks. Just blending it carefully, and then I'm going over with some black soot and I'm making sure that I'm leaving a little bit of the green, the purple and the yellow in the corners, just so that it looks like it's seeping through or something like that. I went over a little bit with the other colors on top of the black just to smooth things out a little bit, but not much. I'm letting it be kind of blotchy because that's what I'm after. And then we have the spray. This is slowed down really much, but I thought it looked so cool, so I just wanted to keep it in there. Then I'm using some paper to just dab it off, and that's the start of the galaxy. I'm using the back side, just putting it on top there because I don't want too much of the paint on the rest of it. So that's the back side of the mask. And then I'm wetting my brush in some water, and then I'm picking up some of that picket fence paint. So it's a distress paint, and I'm just splotting out. I think that's a size 2 brush, and then I'm just splotching that on. After that dried, I'm putting a little bit of a tape inside to keep that closed. I'm using my little tool to get off the static things because we're going to do some embossing. And then I'm stamping that in the Oxide ink. Now I thought the Oxide ink would stay wet longer, so I'm trying here with some embossing powder, and I'm melting that up, and I'm realizing that it actually didn't pick up as much as I thought. And this is why I liked having one of these stamp presses, because I never removed the stamp, so all I needed to do was ink it up with my Versamark ink, which is super sticky, and stamp it just directly on top of that little stamp, and put the embossing powder on top, and then I can get the all like glittery and beautiful sentiment. And then I'm adding my little monster at the corner, and the card is done. So if you want to know all of the supplies used, there will be links in the description down below, also on my blog. I want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video, and if you do, please thumbs it up. And if you want to see more of these videos, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you later. Bye!